Welcome back to another episode of the Rip Through podcast. It is episode 15, and you're probably like, Robbo, you are in a random location. And yes, I am in a random location. I am at my new place. It's an absolute crackdown, but I'm saving my butt cheeks off so I can buy a few acres next year. So this is it for the time being. And guess what makes it even better? It's fucking 31 degrees, feels like 40, and my aircon's died in the arse. So I'm probably going to be sweating pretty hard during this. And you probably realize, hey, where's Matho? Well, yeah, he's in Japan doing his thing with his missus, living the dream while I'm here, busting my ass, working non-stop, just moved, did my AO content in Melbourne. It's just been a full-on couple of weeks, and I'm exhausted as it gets. But we don't let that get to us, guys. We have somewhat of an episode. I'm going to be ripping through it. Oh, my God, beg the pun. This episode, I've got a few talking points. There's still nothing going on in the AFL world, but my lord, there's a couple things that we can talk about that will get the job done. So let's dive right into it. And you guys know what it is. It is Joe Asks, and brought to you by Joe Fortune. Look at this bobblehead. Mwah, what a legend. And Joe asks me, is the knock by Mitchell Owens for the Hurricanes better than Glenn Maxwell in the 2023 Cricket World Cup? Joe, who cares? As a Taswegian and a Hobartian native, this is the best result that possibly could happen. They've been in like 6 finals appearances in the history of the club. And my mate, great name by the way, Mitchy Owens comes in and goes, Buska. 108 runs of 42 balls. 184 runs to win when he comes to the crease. Who does that, Joe? Just comes in and just absolutely dominates. Some of the hits he was doing, I'll play some footage, some of the hits he was doing was ridiculous. And we've been like runners up like twice. And so we had the pressure on the back.
The third fastest 50 in the history of the Big Bash. And he does it in the decider of 16 balls.
Yes, okay, Glenn Maxwell was in the Cricket World Cup, so it's a world thing. But to us, to Tassie, to Hobart, to whoever loves the team, it's a huge result for us. And, you know, we're just sick of coming second and then just not making the granny. So now to answer the question, in my opinion, Glenn Maxwell's performance in that World Cup in 2013 was ridiculous. But this is national for us. It's a big thing. We haven't won one yet. And you know what makes it sweeter? Is the photo that's been circulating from 2015. You see him here in the crowd cheering on the Hobart Hurricanes, and he just wins them a championship of his own bat. Like, own bat. Comes in, dominates, and lives out his childhood dream. That's what makes it sweeter. That's a sentimental factor. So I'm going to give it to Mitchell Owens because I'm a Tassie boy. What is going on in the football world? There has been so many injuries this preseason, and yeah, we understand, training intensity goes through the roof. And it's one of those things that if you're going to train harder, your body has to get used to the stress and duress of playing and ramping up your training and all those things. Soft tissue injuries are going through the roof. There's obviously a few breaks in there as well. But it's crazy to see just browsing and seeing these injuries come to front. Like, this is just recently. Elliot Yeo for West Coast, probably one of their most experienced players, absolute gun. Done a medial ligament and syndesmosis damage in his right ankle. What the hell? Tim English bruising to his ab area, but he's pretty good to go apparently. The Saints duo, which is probably the most important cogs to their team at the moment. Ryan Marshall has a crook back. He is going for scans, or has gone for scans, and he seems to be on track for round 1, but you just don't know. And then you got, I don't know how to say it, Matthias Filippo has a fracture in his leg. So, like, that's ridiculous. Jordan really has popped a hammy, and 2 of the 15 young draft picks at Richmond are feeling the stress of AFL football because they've gone down, but apparently they're going to be good to go. But like, it's just full on to keep seeing all these injuries, and I hope those all guys speed recovery, but that's AFL, baby. Welcome to footy. Holy. Matty Rowell, former number 1 draft pick, has been caught being naughty in a hotel. Catching up with Geelong Football Club. Catching up with Geelong. Yes, it is Geelong yet again that is trying to poach players left, right and centre, and they do it so goddamn well. They just got the hottest guy in the AFL, Bailey Smith, last year, and now they're trying to get a Joel Selwood like for like to replace him. He's a tackling machine, Matty Rowell. He can't be going there on $1 squillion. I don't understand how they're fitting all these players in a salary cap. What are they, just like gifting land and all that kind of stuff to the blokes out there? But it all makes complete sense because Matty Rowell put his contract talks on hold in November last year. And now he's catching up with Chris Scott and Mackie in a hotel room, talking about potential trades in the future. It's just going to be a long-ass year for him. And can you imagine being Matty Rowell? You're on a camp with all the boys, and then this shit comes out, and you're just out there going, nah, I'm fully committed to the cause. You know, we just got a new coach. We've got some gun players coming in. He just wants finals success. He just wants to play in the finals. And I don't blame a bloke. Don't go jumping on him because he's going to fuck off. But Gold Coast don't know how to retain players. It's enough to fill a full 22 that could be the best team ever. But yeah, hopefully this doesn't put him off his game too much this year, because if he wants to go to Geelong, he's probably not going to be on the big bucks there. He's going to be on a modest contract. Hopefully it doesn't sidetrack his footy and he has a stinker of a year, because the media's probably coming for you, mate. It's probably coming for you. So I just don't know why they can't do Zoom calls. Like, what the fuck? We did this in COVID. It just doesn't make any sense. Who is doing this type of stuff during the preseason? Nick Watson, you absolute mad dog. Have a look at this, Becky. One-handed, mid-air, controlling it all the way to the ground. Yes, it's a pracky match, and it might not be going full pelt, but mate, that is absolutely amazing. That's probably mark of the year. I'm not even talking shit. The difficulty of that is through the roof. That's what they can do. As if they aren't like the coolest team gone already, and then you got like blokes taking this kind of shit in the preseason. It just makes no sense. If the Hawks weren't your second favorite team last year, I bet your bottom dollar that they are now. I'm jumping on board. The Hawk Tours, that's kind of annoying to hear, but like they are an excitement machine team. Okay, so from myself and Joe Fortune, and Matho, who is in Japan at the moment. That's all we got for today. I'm just currently dying. I've been smashing the water left, right, and center. Football isn't far away, people. I'm just hanging out for some real football content. February 15th, the Indigenous All-Stars play Fremantle. I might be going over there to do some content. We'll figure that out very soon. But Matho's back next week. We're going to be ramping up all the content. It's very exciting times for us. We're getting the studio done. No more in my house with no aircon, and apologies if you can hear the blinds flying around, but that's just what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do, people. So I appreciate you stopping by. I need to have a shower now because I've been sweating hard. Thank you for watching. If you're listening to this, make sure you follow. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button, my guy. Peace.